Greetings and salutations, folks, and welcome back to Control, where last time we climbed down an elevator shaft in order to search for the Black Rock Quarry, where we are expecting to find a prism to help us manufacture more HDR, Hadron Resonance Amplifiers, HRAs. I made the machine gun. So we're gonna trying to see how that is in comparison. Like, it uses ammo really quickly. Like, that was over half of my available energy. So I imagine if I want to use the machine gun on a more regular basis, I will want to... hello. I will want to have, like, an energy bump. Because, yeah, like, that used it pretty quickly. But to be fair... a lot of the weapons use ammo really fast. Oh, hello. They're all spawning right all around me. Now, I suppose it wouldn't be so much of an issue if my aim was not so terrible. Okay, let's switch back to the pistol because I feel I'm better with that. Also, the pistol is leveled up. Yeesh. This is quite the crowd. Although I wonder if the machine gun would be able to create more health elements because it doesn't do quite as much damage. It gets more hits in. And I think the creation of health elements is not dependent on the damage you do, but on the amount of hits you get, I think? I could be horribly, horribly wrong about this. Of which I probably am. But that's based on my perception of it. Now, this is the straight shot towards the quarry. I will be incredibly surprised if either of these paths actually take me inside. Also, I am in the basement of the oldest house, and there is clearly a night sky beyond there. Actually, yeah. There's clearly a night sky, so... I mean, I suppose it's a little bit late to be saying, hey, weird things are afoot. Just pointing that out. It is definite, clear reminder that the world we live in is not our own. And those guys are just gonna hang around, mind their own business. We need additional diamond blades ASAP. Continuous rim this time to get the clean-cut research wants. The Black Rock shit is tough. We're going through blades like we're made of the damn things. The dimensions for these slabs of Black Rock they want are outrageous. For all the grief they're causing me, these fire breaks better work a treat. Go ahead and double the last order. That is interesting. Like, how do they know how any specific sections... Oh, no. Hello. Never mind. You do you. Weird thing over there. Okay. Let's go past them. See if they're defending something down there. They are defending the mole people, who do not have the ability to hit long range. Interesting. Did I get everybody? Linda, I saw David last night. I was working late in the quarry when he stumbled from behind some black rock. Looked like hell. I called up to the medical right away. He was half starved. He's been missing for 2 weeks, so I guess it's not a surprise. While I was waiting for somebody to come, he kept telling me about some carving, something about an ancient tree. I couldn't really understand him. When the medics arrived, they brought security. They grabbed David and they hauled him off. They interrogated me for a couple hours about what David had told me. Anyway, I know you're on the next shift, so I thought I'd leave this for you. He was your husband. You have the right to know. The way security was acting, well, I don't know if we're going to see David again. I'm so sorry, Linda. Burn this after you read it. I wonder exactly what... Like, some of these letters, it's hard to tell exactly how long before the incident, and by incident I mean the emergence of the hiss, happened. Now, hopefully I can get by this thing without too much displeasure. Okay, that worked fairly well. But there's clearly nothing I can really do about them at the moment. Also, sir, can you float a little bit higher, please? There we go.
Whoa. Not what I expected.
That is quite the view. Photo mode! Alright, now that that is taken care of, let us proceed back to the game. That is interesting. It's the basic concept of the game lends itself to just strange oddities like that. Like if it was just traditionally an office building and it tried to be as realistic as it could, it would not be able to have these alternate spaces. Anything over here worth looking at? Not really. Okay. I presume that the monster is going to be in here, but I'm going to jump over here, see if I can unlock a door or something. Yeah, that way I can unlock the way in. Oh, hello. All Bureau personnel are reminded to kindly not smoke in the quarry. Even though the quarry area is technically an outdoor space, it is still a part of the Bureau, and therefore the no smoking rule does apply. Not only is it considerate towards your fellow employees to refrain from inflicting the harm of secondhand smoke, it is also prudent to avoid any risk of gas fires, unforeseen threshold reactions, and possible creation of altered receptacles. Under no circumstances should cigarette butts be left in the quarry. For your understanding. Yeah, and I feel like that's part of the entire idea of the universal consciousness thing. Like the idea that if there's a perception of a thing, the more people who perceive said thing, the stronger it is. Like the idea of a cigarette has a strong oh, hello. Presence in the universal consciousness. Take that. Take that. Anybody else? I thought there was somebody else. Oh no. Alright, I got these guys. Oh, nope. And more people are showing up to the party. Like, everybody's showing up late to the party. I start killing, like, 1 or 2 of these hiss guys. And suddenly... Oh, hello. Okay. The machine gun is fantastic for destroying their health orbs. Oh, no, no. Let's see, where can I find some health that dropped at some point? Okay, let's switch back to the pistol because that one's going to be stronger, especially against these guys who I completely forgot. Excellent. And because, okay, so the first version of this guy I fought was a boss. So it took a lot of, it took several of the telekinesis hits in order to destroy its barrier. But because this is now the regular version of it, it only takes one. Activate the explosives. Is not this button. Let's see. During my weekly safety inspection to the quarry threshold, I discovered the entire crew in a state of drunkenness? The whole team was drunk. Aligned in... Ooh, no. In a state of... comatose? The whole team was blank, aligned and staring in uniform direction. The city in the distance. Despite my most vocal efforts to gain their attention, they remained still for more than something minutes until I had to resort to literally shaking them with my fists or knocking them out. Afterwards, they were dazed and could not provide any rationale for their behavior or any specific memories of engaging in it. My official recommendation for any crew working in a threshold area is to either shorten the length of their shifts or to carry mandatory psychological evaluations on a weekly basis, or preferably both. And maybe we should order another expedition to the city. Alright. So there's, so this particular threshold leads beyond the Black Rock. Okay, I need to grab the power cells, which are readily available and easy to see. And then power this up. No, I don't need you. I need you. And... no, I don't need you. Side mission that's timed. I'm busy doing another thing. But maybe after. That's the thing. It's kind of like these timed missions just show up in the middle of while you're doing something. Like, what do they expect you to do? Just be like, you know, I'm not going to blow a hole in the Black Rock in order to get a prism? Uh-huh.
And there it is, right where you led me. The HRAs, the prisms, they mean something to you. I need to get this prism to Marshall before it's too late. HRAs, then Dylan.
Yeah, I doubt it's going to be that easy. Okay, hello. How are you? I'm sure eventually that mystery will be answered, but for now, I guess I just have to run from it. Also, since, oh, hello. It appears that a bunch of these things have appeared, which is problematic. And I wonder if that's something to do that's specific with, blowing the hole in the Black Rock. Has that disturbed the presence of these creatures? Also, I'm not going to be fighting these things while these other things are going to end. Those astral spikes are destroying the hiss, which is interesting. I want to go to the ritual division for this side mission, because apparently doing these side missions is useful because it does give you crafting materials and mods in order to better your weapons, experience points. So I suppose it's worth it, at the very least, doing them whenever I can, even though they do kind of interrupt the flow of the game. They extend the content, but again, it's like their repeated presence kind of... I guess I could always ignore them, but I think the crafting system really emphasizes the need to want to do them. Especially since, like, I can upgrade my shotgun, I can upgrade my Pierce, I think. But I don't have the materials to do either of these things. Okay, let's see. I can construct, charge, upgrade, spin, shatter, pierce. What would I upgrade first? Probably upgrade spin. I think I like spin more, or maybe I should upgrade the shatter, because I think the shatter has done me more than the than either pierce or spin. Oh, hello. Are you a key target? Where are you, health orb? Excuse me, I need to shoot you with a gun. There we go. It appears that this side mission was right in the middle of the... Oh no. Of the, Excuse me, sir, I need to pick up all these health elements. Okay. Oh no, nope. Who are you? Okay, you are probably the last... You know, with all this smog and just fog and smoke going around the targets, sometimes it's a little bit hard to see what exactly you're shooting at, as much as you're just kind of shooting at a disembodied form. Wow, that was terrible. Take that. Anybody else? I think they're done. Alright. Where is Marshall? Not here, I think? Oh yeah, I sent her to the boardroom. So yeah, let's switch to the... Let's switch back to the shatter. And then let's swap out that upgrade to... Ooh. I'll keep a damage boost. Alright, now let's go back to the executive area and talk to Marshall. See if I can get some answers about Dylan. Probably end up going back to the containment area, because that is essentially the main area that has been unlocked that I haven't really explored. I started taking a look around, but I backed up because that wasn't really related to the main mission, and all I was doing was just unlocking more sections that I can't really explore yet. Of course, I don't actually know how many areas there are in this game, so... Or how much more stuff there is going to be to unlock.
From the past month. She wants us to crack Darling's personal logs? He'll crucify us if he finds out. Who does she think she is, authorizing that kind of data breach?
She must think he's hiding something, and I agree. The HRAs alone are proof Darling knew more than he let on.
Very much so.
Faded. You find prism.
These corrupted organisms vary so wildly. What's the connection?
Where is Marshall? Well, let's talk to Pope. See what's going on after. Let's read this thing. Researchers were sent to transcribe the recursive chant repeated by the Hiss entities. In the interest of safety, this was done with the non-aggressive floating Hiss entities. However, no distinction between this repeating phrase and the one repeated by the more violent Hiss entities has been observed. What is the purpose of this repeating string of words? Is this how the Hiss corrupts individuals? Does the chant produce a physical effect? Is it a message, an incantation? We were able to record a first-hand recitation of the chanting. See the corresponding audio record. By the way, I haven't really listened to too much of these, but then most of these are kind of things that you've already seen. Let's see what this says.
The containment sector, the Panopticon, is home to the altered items we find and contain. It is a maximum security prison. It's a vault for the most valuable treasures on Earth. It's a powder keg big enough to blow this world to dust. A temple, a place of worship filled with idols of angry gods. It's all of these, and none of them. It's something more profound, unbelievable, unknowable. Something worse. Altered items. We've found many. They appear mundane, but
so different from objects of power.
They're all powerful, dangerous. They press heavy on our minds because that's their nature. They've been altered because we can't stop thinking about them.
Again, the whole universal consciousness aspect. You spend so much time thinking about something. There's so many people who spend so much time thinking about it. It gives them that power, here at least. Actually, not necessarily here. This, these events happen throughout the globe. Altered items are created everywhere. So that presents the idea that everything in the world, if it exists for long enough, if it is part of an archetype that it exists for long enough, eventually will become an altered item. Miss Pope?
Hi, Jesse.
Got anything new for me? No.
See you soon. Be careful out there.
Now, where is Marshall?
See you later, Jesse.
Like she's not in the boardroom. Or at least I didn't see her there. I don't think I saw her downstairs either. I don't exactly know how well...
Hell of a first day.
Yeah, definitely an odd first day on the job. You show up, and your predecessor is dead. And the entire complex is being hunted by monsters. This is one terrible... Those are post-it notes. These are post-it notes. Why? Is this similar to the clock situation, in which the post-it notes just kept replicating themselves? To whom it may concern, in case you are not aware, something caused a sticky note in my office to duplicate. My office is unusable now. I will be working from home until this is resolved. You can reach me on my cell or home phone. Huh. That's kind of fun. Hold on. That's the same portrait that's in the ocean view. Now, is that just the usage of game assets, or is that something else? Dr. Darling has personally recommended Miss Pope for promotion based on her work ethic and assistance in advancing many ongoing research matters. See research reports. Redacted for breakthroughs resulting from her work. According to her colleagues, Pope has displayed a keen eye for detail and a quick grasp of paranatural concepts. She is professional and diligent, though some of her coworkers claim of social disinterest. The review committee approves this recommendation and promotes Miss Pope to the position of research specialist. She's not cold, she's socially disinterested. Collective unconsciousness is defined as a form of unconsciousness that is shared in all human minds. From this arises unconscious knowledge, linking us through our ancestral heritage. See Young Report, page 1234. Through this collective unconsciousness, we unknowingly attribute a series of images and archetypes to all elements of our lives. These archetypes are never fixed, but shift and change in tandem with our species and culture. This internal belief in the power of images shared by a massive population is the foundation of is required in the creation of altered items and objects of power. The sheer amount of popular will exuded is attracted to the best representation of that image, imbuing a single object with massive amounts of power. Theoretically, places of power could likewise be formed by the simple power of sustained collective belief. Again, there's very, I get very Stephen King vibes from this too, especially from the line from the last It movie, which goes, "This will kill monsters if you believe it does." Like, this will exist if enough people believe it exists. Anybody in here? I wonder if I just walked by Marshall at one point.
Collins,
Oh,
any word
there
on
she is.
survivors?
We've located numerous safe rooms with survivors inside. We're waiting on HRAs before we open them. Once we can safely bring them out, the survivors will be escorted here straight away.
Wonderful. Keep me up.
Had to take a detour into the quarry, but I found plenty. Here.
We will start HRA production immediately. I promised I'd tell you about Dylan once you helped us.
You did.
This is it. She knows.
And then she goes, "I know nothing."
17 years I've waited.
Your brother is here. He was once known as Prime Candidate 6, codename P6. We brought him here after the ordinary event. He was groomed to be the future director. He had talents far beyond any other candidate in the program.
Of course he did. We found you together. We share a bond.
Is that what
Are you with him now? So you
Parallax?
We took him in. Your
What was the name of the
parents
entity?
every other adult in Ordinary. Eventually,
Polaris.
his power changed him. There were casualties. He wasn't fit to be the director.
Did you know about this? Is this why you didn't bring me here sooner? Were you keeping me away? Where is...
Okay, I like those camera
Kept in the
cuts.
containment sector in the Panopticon.
They do an excellent job, yep, in the containment sector.
I thought we were the same. What if we are?
I'm going. Now. I expected as much. I need to go check on something. Something I cannot let the Hiss find. It shouldn't take long, but you must watch the Bureau while I'm gone. And remember, Dylan is dangerous. Do not let him out, Director Faden.
How do I make her stop calling me that? I'm not here for them. Nothing simple here. These people
that is
took
very
my
clear.
brother, but they've accepted me without question.
Because the
Are
gun
they my
chose her. The
enemies
wand
or
chose the
my
wizard.
friends. I need to see Dylan.
I don't think they necessarily have complete faith in her because of who she is.
I wish you could tell me
I
what
think
you
they have
know,
complete
explain
faith in her
things,
because of how the system works.
Stay with me, okay? I could use a friend right now.
Collins, any word on survivors?
Located numerous safe rooms with survivors inside.
Okay, I guess I'll let these guys talk it out.
Once we can safely bring them out, survivors will be escorted here straight away.
Wonderful. Keep me updated.
Okay, so let's level up real quick, like. I've been tossing more points into, like, I don't need melee damage. I've been tossing more points into launch, although now that I got 3 points to mess around with, I probably could just upgrade my health, because that is definitely very useful. So, what was I saying? The idea that, like, she's talking about, like, she's questioning how everybody trusts her at this point. Like, she just showed up, and everybody's like, wow, you're so cool. I just want to hang out with you all day. Heck, even the janitor trusted her before she even got the job. He is like, oh, you're here for the job, to be the janitor's assistant. Be careful. There might be a dog buried in this. And the janitor lets you by, and then you get the director's position and nobody questions anything, even though they already know that your brother was nuts. And I feel that is just because, like, they have, like, in this kind of world, there are certain things you just have to accept. Like, without question. You have to accept that the HRAs are going to work, even though you don't even know how they work or what they're protecting you against when they were handed out. Wall of Honor. In memory of heroic agents who gave their lives to forces known and unknown for the protection and greater knowledge of all humankind, we honor their sacrifice. Now, are these fictional names? Or are these, like, developer names? I would probably have to go and take a look through the documents, see if I can match it, but I'm not going to do that. There's security check. But, yeah, in this world you have to accept things without knowledge. And the belief that the gun chooses a person correctly. Because the gun is itself, damn it, is an extension of the astral board. Or, yeah. So, in theory, like, the gun accepting Jesse as the wielder could be considered the same thing as the board accepting Jesse. And if Jesse's able to wield the gun, then in that respect, she's also able to command objects of power. Another thing that might allow people to develop a trust for Jesse that they wouldn't have otherwise is she's not trying to kill them. When she shows up, she immediately fights the hiss, and she releases Pope from the safe house. And maybe they believe in that judgment of character. The way they look at a person, the way they look at... maybe there's something in Dylan's eyes. When they look into Dylan's eyes, what do they see? Level 6. You son of a... Alright, I guess let's head over to this checkpoint, which... I like the delayed reaction to the wall. There we go. I can only shuffle the papers on the other side. Interesting. Are you villains, or... Yes, you are. Mold people, talk like mold, walk like people. Yeah, as if this game didn't need another layer of strange oddities going on. It now has these... So there's the people that have been corrupted by the hiss. There are the people that have been corrupted by the mold. Oh, hello. Let's use a shotgun on these guys. Hello, take that. And that. Oh, by the way, I switched back to the shotgun. Just to I'm still trying to decide what... Like, the grip is clearly the favorite. So that... the grip slot is always going to be there. The question is... what is going to be that secondary weapon? And I'm thinking it might just be the... oh, hello. Be the shatter. Also, something is hitting me with something. Oh, no. I have no idea how I just died. Is the mold killing me? I have a feeling it is the mold killing me, and I cannot enter those side rooms or that center area. And that's also the reason why that enemy was only sticking on that other side of the room, because of the presence of the mold. Unfortunately, this means that I'm back to a claim point. So 1 second while I get back to where I was before. Okay, now I'm back to where I was before. Maybe now I can see what is hitting me. Hold on, there is a gun emplacement. I think. Or that is just that thing that was shooting at me. It could have just been that thing that was shooting at me. Alright, mystery solved. What, oh, sorry. I thought it was guiding me towards something, but it was just, like, because interactable objects are circular. Yep, it was just a guy I couldn't really see shooting me with bullets. Interactable objects are circular, and like this post that had fallen over kind of looked like an an object I could interact with, but it was just something I could use through telekinesis. Also, is this like a quarantine room? This is the containment area, and the question that I have is what makes the containment area different from, say, the maze? Because the maze is also a containment area of sorts. Like, there are objects of power. There's an object of power at the end of the maze. Which is itself a lock, a way to contain that object. Are there just multiple containment bays? You know, this place has a lot of seating, a lot of easily accessible bathrooms. Say what you want about the fact that the buildings constantly are shifting. It's level 6. Or the fact that some unknown entity is possessing people for the intent of murder. At the very least, this is a well-furnished office area. The question I have is how much of it was bought from outside and brought in, and how much of it was found in the building. Like, is the concept of an office building itself part of the universal consciousness? Because it sounds to me as though the building itself is...
The agents found their way up into the building. Once we became aware of it, it was there. For the rest of the population, it was hiding in plain sight. A slippery blind spot, seemingly discouraging observation. It's a place of power, an ongoing AWE of its own, seemingly adhering to its physical outer constraints and yet constantly breaking the known boundaries of reality. It's unstable, shifting. Note, for more details on control points and the research and process to stabilize and secure the core sectors, refer to a separate presentation. After extensive research and investigation, the Bureau made the building its headquarters on November 13th, 1968. The Federal Bureau of Control was never out in the open. This was always an obfuscated, classified top-secret operation. So imagine our surprise when the building's observation-resistant aspects began in some unquantifiable way to affect the Bureau as a whole.
Okay. That was unexpected in that it answered questions about what I was just talking about as I was talking about it. So my question was, like, how was the oldest house built? Was it always here? I guess my question was more on the furniture. Was the furniture always here, or did they bring it in here? And the answer is the Federal Bureau of Control didn't build the oldest house. They just found the oldest house. Oh, let's go to the shelter first before... Oh. I'm not going to worry about that at the moment. If I get to a fast travel point, then maybe I'll worry about it. But shatter projectile boost. Alright, let's take a look at this thing that I've been passing up several times over.
P6 is what the Bureau calls Dylan. His cell's been breached. Has the Hiss found him? Are you there with him? Can you protect him?
So yeah, is Polaris basically an entity that connects both of them? So it wants me to go to the power plant. Oh, no, 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 nope. Ah, damn it. I just threw myself. Thank you for watching. Questions, comments, recommendations for something to play next? Comment down below or send it on over to itsoundedgoodonpaper@gmail.com. That's itsoundedgoodonpaper@gmail.com. So long for now.